P&Z sends Everlands West to council, but concurrency is now the price of admission from the Palm Bayer. Last month, Palm Bay City Council voted 5-0 to kill a major residential development called Lotus Palm. The reason? The city could not deliver the police, fire, and school capacity the project would require. That vote changed the rules, and Wednesday night, Palm Bay's Planning and Zoning Board had to figure out what the new rules actually meant. The project before them was Everlands West, 1,198 acres, 2,360 homes, a Lennar development that has been in the pipeline in various forms since 2004. The board spent nearly 2 hours on a single question. Can Palm Bay honestly say it will deliver public safety alongside the homes it keeps approving? The answer was fractured, and the vote was close. Board member McNally moved to deny the project outright. He cited inadequate police, inadequate fire, an incomplete traffic study, and unresolved elementary school capacity. The motion to deny failed 3-2. McNally and Warner voted yes. Catalano, Norris, and Chair Catafa voted no, keeping the project alive. Then, new board member Catalano, attending his very first P&Z meeting, made the motion to approve. Chair Catafa seconded. The board voted 4-1 to send Everlands West to City Council with a recommendation of approval. McNally was the only no. Here is why it matters that it was that close. Palm Bay's public safety gaps are not talking points. They are documented, on the record, in city data. The city currently has 206 sworn police officers. The benchmark is 340. That is a 40% shortfall. On the fire side, response times along the St. John's Heritage Parkway corridor, the exact corridor where Everlands West would be built, are running 7.5 to 8 minutes. The goal for first response fire suppression is 4 minutes, almost double. Emerson Drive, which serves the Everlands area, is already running at 43% over its design capacity at projected build-out. Traffic signal warrant studies at key intersections are still pending. Those numbers are why the ghost of Lotus Palm was in the room all night. Bill Batten, a public commenter who has tracked Palm Bay's infrastructure gaps for years, named it first. The city of Palm Bay just shot down Lotus Palm's development at the last council meeting, which is right connected to Emerald Lakes, Batten said. So if they're setting that criteria now, it just brings the fear of what this development might bring in to the city of Palm Bay.
Batten also flagged the sequence problem. Developers get approval first. The development agreement, the document that spells out how concurrency requirements for police and fire will actually be met, does not come until the final development plan stage, after the vote. It's kind of hard to go back once you've already approved it, he said. He framed impact fees as structurally insufficient on their own. The investment and growth in the city never equals what it costs the city and the residents to maintain it or to build it. Lennar's attorney, Kim Razanka, pushed back. She pointed to the company's investment record. Lennar has paid $23.8 million in impact fees across its existing Palm Bay projects, and projects a combined $36.4 million once Everlands West is complete. Water main and force main extensions along the St. John's Heritage Parkway corridor add another $19 million in infrastructure commitment. Chair Carafa voted for approval and argued that the corridor was built for exactly this growth. This and its phased development is built for that kind of growth, Carafa said. I live right off Malabar. I live this. But this is where we want our growth. McNally accepted none of it. Palm Bay doesn't necessarily have a phased plan to kind of build it out, he said. I believe it's only right for us to push on the applicant that this information needs to be more solidified now. He also acknowledged the board's limits. Now we're just a recommending body to the city council, so they'll end up saying their piece. The board added 2 conditions before sending the project forward. Traffic signal warrant studies at key intersections must be completed before second reading at City Council, and concurrency requirements for police and fire must be addressed in the development agreement at the final development plan stage. Those are conditions on paper. Whether Council treats them as hard stops or suggestions remains to be seen. There was a second item on the agenda Wednesday. A staff-initiated amendment to the city's comprehensive plan, CP 26-00001, that would have written level of service standards for police and fire directly into the capital improvement element. It did not happen. Growth Management Director Althea Jefferson acknowledged the amendment had inconsistencies. A police consultant study commissioned approximately 6 weeks ago is expected to take 12 weeks to complete. Jefferson did not concede the underlying point. This was needed decades ago, she said. My intent was to put the city in a position where at least we had something in our comprehensive plan regarding these levels of service. Rozanka argued against the amendment. When you do a comp plan amendment, you must have data and analysis, she said. You can't do it on a recommended standard that no one in this county abides by anyway.
The board voted unanimously to continue the amendment to the next P&Z meeting. The police consultant study will not be done by then. In the background, Deputy City Manager Jason DiLorenzo is working on a non-ad valorem special assessment for the Southern Palm Bay Development Corridor, targeting projects like Ashton Park, Lotus, and Emerald Lakes to cover fire services. A parallel assessment for police has not been addressed. Baton flagged that directly. They haven't even addressed the non-ad valorem assessment for police. So here is where things stand. Everlands West goes to City Council for 2 readings. The development agreement that will spell out how police and fire concurrency get satisfied phase by phase will not be written until after Council approves the preliminary plan. The same council that killed Lotus Palm 5-0 in March will decide Everlands West. The conditions the PMZ board attached are real, but so is the gap between approving a project and actually funding the public safety infrastructure to serve it. That gap has been real for a long time. Wednesday night, the board acknowledged it explicitly. Now it is Council's turn. Read the full article and source documents at thepalmbear.com. This is The Palm Bear.